Hi everybody, this is Curtis from Magical Menagerie, and I am here to answer your questions that you posted on our page. I was supposed to post this video on Friday, but I just got to it now, so I'm sorry for the delay, but here we go. Let's get started. Alright, the first questions that I have, if I don't have a name for you, I'm just using like the last thing you bought from us or something that you'll know who is being asked the question, or who the question is being answered for. First question's from someone who is getting a very special package from us in the mail with lots of spirits that are mostly dragon related. And she asks, I have to check my phone for these. The first one from this person's mom is, how is some of her spirits doing and if they're getting along? Yes, they are getting along. And your matron god deities. Hecate is someone you need to focus on, as well as some of the Hindu gods. I'm seeing Shiva as a big one, and then also Ganesh for you guys, especially with the reading that I did for you guys coming up for January. Ganesh is someone to focus on really big time in the next couple of months. For your situations to be looking at, because we need to be paying attention to where the money is going. Let's see. And then Mallory, who is also related to this person, well, friend. What gifts should she be focusing on? For Mallory, she needs to be looking into, like, how do I put this? Like herbology and aromatherapy. It's the words I was looking for. She should start with small spell work and using small spell work and seeing what she can get with different mixes of herbs and stuff. But she really needs to focus on earthy stuff and then blessing things. So working with divinity for blessings and knowing what to offer, who, when, and for what blessings and what mixtures of things work, and she's going to be really good at that. Also, as far as her intuition, something that she needs to work on a lot, because those internal gifts, internal knowledge are going to come through intuition, so she's going to need to be doing things to strengthen her intuition, which you'll be able to help with, Miss Girl that's getting this nice shiny package from us. Okay, so help her with her intuition to start working on those kinds of things. She can make oils too, but specially crafted, and she'll figure out what works for her as she begins to use spell work and use her intuition. All right, next question is from Eric Justice. Questions are, will my home and school situation improve as I enter college this coming fall? Also, do my spirit buddies around me have anything in particular they like to convey to me? Let's see. And I'm looking over his names that he gave me for his spirits. And I'll draw a card for each of them, see what they have to say. There's 4. All right, so we've got, oh cute, okay. So we've got asking about school situation. You should be fine going to school where you're going to school at. I would suggest that you kind of distance yourself from what's going on at home. That sounds really ironic. Kind of, you can't really just get away from home, but you're not gonna be there when you're off to school. Or I would try to stay on campus. The best thing in this situation is to be sort of detached from it. It's not your problem. It's not your issue. It's gonna affect you, and you just have to kind of roll with it. There's the improvement. It is what it is, and you're gonna have to deal with it. Right now, at this point, it's all about your perception of how you handle it, because it's issues that don't involve you. And if people are projecting their issues onto you, then you need to set that boundary with them. And it's very important that you establish that this isn't your problem, and you're kind of like Switzerland. Don't pick someone to support. That's my best advice there. Let's see. And then college should be pretty good for you. I'm not getting any strong messages of things to avoid with college. So I think you're going to be fine. Just make sure that you are able to keep your emotions and your focus in place. So start working on things in the meantime that are going to help you balance that, like practicing meditation, getting a routine of how you like your day to go. And then when you get to college, it's going to be a lot easier for you to manage your time and your energy. Let's see, spirit guides. So from Casera, I'm guessing that's how we're going to say it. Yeah, Casera. Um, she's wanting you to have compassion for the situations going on in your life right now. So if you're feeling like attacked or you're feeling like you need to blame someone, she's wanting you to have compassion. You're a bigger person than what's going on around you, and she really just wants you to know that and to feel empowered beyond your environment. So your power to affect the situation so much is not apparent. The only way that you can handle it and deal with it is to have compassion and to be, have gratitude for what you do have and what is going right. So she's encouraging you to see those positive things that are going on around you. The next spirit we had for you was Giza. And this is someone that you encountered in astral travel. And Giza, let's see, Giza is wanting to make sure that you are persistent, methodical, and focused. Like they're all trying to tell you to focus your energy, like I said before, on you. Focus your energy on what you're trying to manifest and not necessarily what's going on in your environment. The card that she gave us, the Knight of Pentacles, so this is telling me that it's right on the line, along the lines of what I'm saying. And you want to focus your energy on what you need, your material, what you need. So while you're having compassion, you need to make sure like you take the time out for you to get what you need. She's wanting you to save money. I don't know why it's important to save money. I'm foreseeing that there's going to be a point where you're going to come across difficulty because of this home situation and not being able to get what you want and in short order. So you're going to have to make sure you have the means yourself. So that means maybe this summer you need to get a job. If you already have a job, save your money. Make sure that you're paying attention to your money and what you have, and that you're prepared. You're prepared for if you have to take on those things yourself, that it won't be a burden when you have to. It won't be a surprise. So make sure that you're aware of that. Your Key is a dragon. Sorry, that was dragon. Yes. So, it's only 3 spirits. Okay. Well, these are still important. It's a dragon. Okay, that was from Averio. So we have another message from Averio asking you to focus on spiritual growth. This is the card for spiritual growth. That's the 7 of Pentacles. And it's saying that you need to be working with magic, you need to be working in a spiritual sense, and you need to be getting your hands on as much information as possible right now. It's very important in your spiritual growth because you're going to be going through some tough times. You've already started to see them manifest. So make sure that even though there's all this chaos going around, you're making sure that you're paying attention to spirit. And then the last one from your Reaper, they're warning you of abrupt changes. That's Ace of Cups reversed. Warning you of abrupt changes, and which is also part of what I'm seeing. And to be prepared. And also warning you about being stagnant. You need to make sure that you're taking your steps now to prepare yourself for the future, what is imminent, what is going to come. You already can feel it, you already can see it. So they're already taking a huge part in guiding you in that. So please honor them and thank them for that as well, and for those messages. Definitely focus on getting what you need for yourself, and making sure that even if you're not getting support from your family or at home, that you're making sure you have the means to accomplish what you need to accomplish and to your goals. Because your goals right now are getting you where you need to go, so that's not as much the issue as having the means to them. So thank you for your questions, Eric. From Houston, Houston Hallman asks if his spirits are getting along, and why he's not feeling his spirits as much. Houston, you work with a lot of spirits, so and you have some really nice guides. I like them. Yeah, they're getting along fine. They're a lot of times when we are more focused on other things, we don't recognize what our spirits are doing. And for me, a lot of the times I don't really keep conscious tabs on them or ask them, questions on a daily basis. I just kind of let them work around me, and then if I notice something, I acknowledge them, and they're excited about it. But I always love them. I always know that they're there. They're going to be there regardless. If you're not hearing them, they're either not having enough energy to manifest, or you're not projecting enough towards them. It's kind of like meeting in the middle. So either, and you know this, Houston, either you can put energy into their vessel or put energy towards them, or you can astral project to them and try to have a face-to-face conversation. If you're wanting them to just come and speak through you all the time, it just takes practice, and like you said, working with them on a daily basis to incorporate them into your thought processes and into your subconscious. So the more you work with them, the more you ask them questions, and the more energy you give them, it's going to help a lot. I'm seeing right now they're putting a lot of energy into making future situations work out. So I would focus on just letting them do what they need to do and doing your own spiritual practice, and they'll come through your spiritual practice. So if you're practicing meditation or you're doing prayers and trying to receive visions, they're going to help with that. So you'll see them kind of in that, and you might see them in dreams as well, especially some of your animal guides are going to be more present right now, and then when your other spirits have more energy later after whatever obstacle is coming happens. I'm seeing like there's a either something about moving, or something about moving. I don't know why. They might just want you to move. They're trying to help you move or move on from something. I don't know why that doesn't make sense for you, Houston, but we'll see. But they're trying to put, I think they want you to get a new job and move. But we'll see. They're trying to help you out towards growth. So I would be just continue your spiritual practice and see how they manifest for you. I think they really want you to get a new job, which I don't. I think you like your job, but they're pushing you towards that. Tiara Love, thank you for your questions, Houston. Tiara Love asks, will her dog that passed come back to reincarnate? I'm not seeing the dog coming back to reincarnate in a way that you would be able to get the dog back. So I do not feel that right now, but your dog was very happy. And then you asked me, let's see. I did tell everyone that they need to pray to gods, and they have their own messenger. This is called an aberranca. It's a spirit that serves as a go-between between you and divinity. An aberranca. My aberranca, her name is Miroshi, and she helps me communicate with divinity. Yeah, every time you ask a prayer, there is a spirit like that goes to answer them for you. And it can be a different spirit at any time. Basically, when a prayer is sent out, someone's picking it up and literally taking it and then bringing the message back for you. So it might be it's like the mailman, pretty much. The mailman. It's usually the same person, but it could be different if like the mailman had a sick day. So you can summon a spirit specifically for you to help you with that, to make your to help you with your prayers and with receiving spiritual messages. That spirit is called an aberranca, and we custom do those. I don't know that there's a lot of other sellers that do that, but spirit, you can find those spirits. As for a specific one for you, you would have to call one to you for there to be a specific one. Until that point, there's not. You'd have to be doing a lot of spell work and a lot of ritual work and a lot of prayer work for there to be one that's around you a lot of the time. So At this point, there's not one that's there yet. I kind of met mine after I kept praying, kept seeing the same person, and then summoned her or bound her to me so that we could just work together more easily. And she was fine with that because she was there to help anyway. So the more you pray, see if you see anyone, um, that usually seems to be, if you visualize your prayers like someone is taking the message from you, and giving it back to you, the person that you see is an Abaranka. So if you see that person, you want to say, hey, you want to be bound to me? And they'll do it for you. And they'll help you pray all the time. Let's see. And then my next question, thank you for your questions, Tiara. Next question is from Christy Hunt. She asked if her and her husband will be blessed with a baby soon. And they've been trying for a little while. I'm going to pull some cards for this one because this is a difficult question. I know that you guys are going to have a baby. I know that much. I know that you're going to have a baby. I feel like you're going to have a boy. And you might, if you choose to have another child, you're going to have a girl. So I know that there's at least 2 kids, and there could be a boy, girl, boy. So I do see kids. I'm trying to figure out what is preventing them right now. Because a lot of the times, we might be going to the doctor, we might be being told certain things, but then also it might be an environmental thing as well. So I'm going to see what factors are preventing the child right now, because I feel like children can happen. I don't think they're very far out of reach. Let's see. There's a lot of cups here, so this is interesting. I feel like there's something else you need to try that you haven't tried yet. Like there's an option that you've been looking into, but you haven't gone through with it. You might need to try. And I would start considering other options. And then, let's see. We've got... I see kids, they might not be your kids. And the reason I'm saying that they might not be your kids is because of this card right here. This is a card that represents, it's the 6 of coins, which means that it's a material generosity thing. And to me, that being in a spread about children is telling me that if you're not able to have your own children, that for you to have children, adoption would be a good idea, and that this first card is representing apathy when you have a lot. So they're saying that you have the means to bring children to the home, and so while something like having your own children may seem like a bump in the road, adopting children might be the better option if you're not able to have a child together physically. So that's something to think about. But I would try more options, and try anything that you haven't thought about or tried yet. And if that's not working, I would suggest adopting children, because this is showing me that, especially with the generosity and adopting a child and taking on a child is a very generous act. So I would look into adoption if you're wanting kids and you're having problems having them. But good luck to you for your family, and I hope that it does work out for you guys. Just keep trying and look into adopting kids if you haven't considered that option, because you might find that that is just as beautiful as a gift as having children of your own. Annette, thank you for your questions. Christy, Annette Marie Bauer asked if there are any messages from Bast or any of her previous acquaintances from a past life with as a priestess of Bast. Let me see if I can get it for you. Luckily, I have spirits who deal with this kind of thing. Let's see. I'm going to ask one of my guides Malik to help me. Bast is giving you a strong message to pay attention to moon cycles and to pay attention to what you ask for when. Because things aren't going to manifest in your life unless you're asking for them during the right time of the moon cycle. You need to pay attention to your power during the cycles of the moon. Paying attention especially to new moon cycles and full moon cycles, and what zodiac sign they're in, etc. And then also paying attention to what gods favor, what cycle of the moon, what time of day, things like that. Because some of your messages and some of your questions and blessings you're asking for and things like that aren't being received in their full strength, and they would be. So make sure that you're paying close attention to that. That's a big message. This is a period of time for you where you need to be refocusing and repurposing your energy, and you need to be figuring out how to manifest what you want. So paying attention to details when you're doing spell work and the moon cycles and things like that is really important. Let's see what else. Yeah, because you're having this card, the world is saying reversed, is saying that the things that you're trying for aren't working out. So we need to be looking for new ways and improving and tweaking everything. Don't be discouraged that things aren't working out, because things are listening and they're waiting. They just need more power behind what you're doing to set your intention strong enough. They want to help. The timing is off. Let's see. Then we've got sorry, 1 second. 4. Make sure that if you're praying for anything that has to do with material gain, that your purpose is that you're getting what you need to do what you have to. Otherwise, it's not going to come to you. And then you also have to do the work for it. So right now is a time of setting your sights on your goals and figuring out how to work with divinity to make it happen, and paying close attention and being reverent of divinity. Being a priestess in a past life gives you a lot more responsibility and a lot more know-how. So you're able to connect with those things easily, but try to work with that past life and that past knowledge and let your intuition be guided. I'd recommend doing some research about whatever spell work you're working on and whatever prayer work you're working on, and try to put as much intention, as much ceremony behind it as possible, because there is a little bit more expected from you, and there's a lot more that you can manifest than you think you can manifest. So put trust and faith in yourself and trust and faith in who you're praying to, but also show them that you're able to command energy the way that the way that they need it to use for helping you manifest what you want to. And that aside from the moon cycles, I keep seeing like a yard and looking out of the home. Oh, they said quit looking out the window when you can go through the door. And to me, it's saying, go experience, like go receive the experiences of what you're asking for. If you're not following your blessings, you're not going to be able to receive them as well. So make sure that when opportunities present themselves, that you take them and you interact with them, not so much just watching them and appreciating them, but be an integral part of, you're an important part of the blessings that you're trying to receive. So make sure that you go and experience them, and you'll have more faith and power behind your belief. So that is all I'm getting for you. So thank you for your questions, Annette. And next questions are from Sujiro. I don't know how to say this. I'm sorry. Sujiro Asaki. And you asked the same question as Tiara with the talking about Aberrancas. Yeah, the more you pray, the more you'll see them. Work on visualization and seeing, who exactly you're talking to when you're praying, who's carrying your messages, and who's helping with that, and you'll be able to find them. Okay, thank you for your question. And then questions from Lottie. And I'll see you this weekend, Lottie. So I'm looking forward to that. And she's asking, is her grandfather still caring for her grandmother, or has he moved on? Yes, your grandfather is around the family. And he spends most time with your grandmother, but he cycles between you and the other members of your family. As just kind of like a, guiding force for you guys. And then you asked if your grandmother Charlotte had anything that she wanted to say to you. She just keeps showing me a pink ribbon. I don't know if she died from cancer or something like that, but she keeps showing me a pink ribbon, which could mean lots of things. So I'm going to draw some cards for this one. She's not going to come here for me to talk to her, but I keep seeing this ribbon. If there's any kind of if there's any kind of discord in your family right now, it's something that she wants you to pay attention to but not get caught up in. So if there's any kind of discord with your family, she's telling you to kind of like let it go and step away from it and be lighthearted about it. Put love into the situation, and then that's all. Let it be. Because if you're not able to overcome that, that's gonna take a lot of your time and energy. Which goes along with some other stuff I was seeing for you earlier when you asked me questions. When you asked me these questions, it's going into your next question, which is who's the woman that I keep seeing in my mirror. And this is something that when you told me, my first impression is this is a person who stays. This is a spirit that's connected to the area that you live in. And she appears to people who are having problems with an abusive situation. So she is there kind of showing herself to you, like kind of like I relate to your situation. And she is going to be putting a lot of energy into helping you. So this is a spirit that is a helpful spirit and not necessarily a negative spirit or something you should be scared of. You should just know, like, yeah, someone's got your back kind of deal. But yeah, she's connected to the area, house, or place that you live in. And she is a protective spirit. She generally doesn't get involved in people's lives. She's kind of really a sad and depressed spirit, but for some reason there's an abusive situation in your life, or someone who's not treating you correctly, And if that's a family situation as well, then that kind of all ties together with all the messages together. So what I'm seeing for you is that, focus on putting love into the situation and not worrying about what's going on around you. It might not be immediately around you, like it might not be in your face every day, but it's something that's going to bother you when it comes up. And it's something that this spirit is not wanting you to accept, and then also your grandmother is not okay with. There's more problems going on with your family. I'm feeling than you have time to be concerned with, or that you need to be concerned with. It's not on you. And pressure is to living your life and getting away from all of that. So I would, just say thank you to the girl in the mirror. Just like, hey, what's up, boo? Just doing my makeup. and just go on about your day and tell her thank you for supporting you. Basically, she's trying to help you feel positive, which is ironic because she is generally one of those people that if I walked into a room with her, I would be like, the spirit is so upset. But she doesn't really bother anyone, so it's very interesting that she's trying to help you when, she is generally upset herself. So she relates to you and she's trying to help you through that. So just say thank you for her support. And thank you everyone for your questions. I hope that answered them for you. And if you guys want any further readings, don't hesitate to ask me. But thank you for all participating in the free reading video for December. And we will see you guys around. Love and light.